Third Eye Fitness coming at you. Today I'm going to be talking about tattoo aftercare. I've been getting tattooed for 10 plus years. I'm going to give you 3 easy steps to follow in terms of how to heal your tattoo after you get one. So I recently got this leg piece. Well, it's in the works. It's not done yet, but I'm in the process of caring for it now. So let's get right into the video. Step number 1. When I get home after my tattoo, I take the bandage off that is wrapped around you and I immediately hop in the shower. Now, I don't use second skin or any of these like plastic coverings that some artists like to use. That's just my preference. I find I heal best without them. So when I get home after a tattoo session, I immediately hop in the shower. Now, I take a hot shower, not scalding hot. You're not trying to burn any skin, but as warm as is comfortable. And then you want to use an unscented and undyed soap. I like using just like a bar soap. Dove and other brands make just like sensitive skin, undyed, unscented soaps. I like to rub the soap between my hands and then use my soapy hands to clean the tattoo. The goal for this step is to get the slimy plasma stuff that you feel over a new tattoo off. This will sometimes take like 2 or 3 rounds of rinsing the tattoo, but I believe getting the plasma off is a big reason why I don't scab when I get tattoos. So in the shower, 2 to 3 rinses with soapy hands, rinsing the tattoo, hot water. And then this is kind of an unusual add-on that I do. After I'm done with those rinses, I turn the hot all the way off and just have nothing but cold water coming out. So it's pretty much ice cold water. And I rinse the tattoo with ice cold water after I'm done. And what that'll do is close the pores up and kind of prep your skin for putting some moisturizer on when you get out. So yeah, I think trying this is huge. A lot of people will just wash their tattoo, but I think ending your wash with cold water is a big reason why my tattoos heal so well. Step number 2. This is kind of a common sense one, but goes overlooked. When you get out of the shower, don't rub your tattoo with a towel to dry it off. It's best to let this air dry, meaning you just let it dry on its own. If you don't have time to let it air dry, like you're in a rush or on your way to work or something, gently pat dry it with a clean towel. But I think air drying is the best. So a good rule of thumb is when your tattoo starts to feel tight, that's when all the moisture has gotten out and you're ready to apply some moisturizer. Step number 3, thin layer of moisturizer. This is the step that I think people screw up their tattoos the most. I think over moisturizing can be a big problem. You still want your tattoo to breathe and get some oxygen, so you don't want like thick layers of moisturizer on your tattoo. I know a lot of people use like oil-based moisturizers. I personally like using more like shea butter. I like using hustle butter too, not sponsored, but this stuff is great. I'm a big fan of it. I don't seem to break out when I use it. What I'll do with 2 fingers, I grab a little bit of it, just dab it gently on the spots that I want it to rub in, let it melt because your tattoo is going to be giving off heat after all that. And then when it starts melting, slowly rub a thin layer over your tattoo. That's it, 3 easy steps. So I repeat these steps. I'll do these 3 times a day when I can. It's a little tough when I work, but I'll try to do it 3 times a day. Once right when I wake up in the morning, once right before I go to sleep at night, and then once in the middle of the day. I do this 3 times a day for the first, 4 to 5, up to a week until I think that it's, more healed. And then I reduce those numbers. Then I'll do it twice a day, once in the morning, once at night. Then when it's past, maybe another week of that, I'll just do it once a day. But yeah, simple steps, guys. Don't overcomplicate it. If you're breaking out when you're putting lotion on, it can mean a couple things. One, you're either putting too much moisturizer on, or two, you could have a lanolin allergy, which is found in like a lot of different lotions. I know I had that because I was using just like Cetaphil and regular lotion when I first started getting tattooed, which was my sleeve, and I would break out horribly. When I switched to shea butter or hustle butter, I noticed I didn't break out. I didn't have acne when I would do it. So yeah, thin layer moisturizer. Repeat these steps 3 times a day for the first couple days, if not a week, and then gradually temper it back and enjoy it. I wanted to throw in a few don'ts when it comes to getting a tattoo. So no swimming, no taking baths for at least 2 weeks. Working out is one of those controversial things. If you go online, you'll find all sorts of different stuff. I think for me personally, I take at least 2 days off. If I can push it longer, I will. But I go about how it's looking and how it's feeling. So for this most recent session, I'll probably take about 2.5 days off and then lightly go back. Try to minimize the sweating you do. So I probably won't do cardio today. But yeah, wanted to throw in a few don'ts. Also limit your sun exposure as well.